Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple A's podcast. I am your host who bleeds purple and gold, Isaac here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is preseason week, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. I cannot tell excited because obviously football's here, but just because a new quarterback, a fresh start, I am absolutely excited to see what this team is going to be all about in the 2024 season. But before we get to the best part, it is preseason, which I'm still excited to see. So basically, but first before I get into like the preview of like preseason and what we should be and what I'm looking into. I just kind of want to do a little bit of a preview of the NFC North opponents, and just look at how they compare and who maybe some predictions, I guess. We'll see. But for all intents and purposes, I think basically I basically want to touch on two things. The NFC North, obviously. So here's basically what I'm thinking about as far as like the NFC North. So basically, as far as like the opponents, it's gonna be no cakewalk for the Vikings in the NFC North. You got the Bears, you got the Lions, and the Packers. They're not gonna be a cakewalk at all. It's gonna be a tough division to play in. It's gonna be pretty tough. Like, let's be honest. So, starting with the Bears, yes, they do got a new rookie, Caleb Williams. Obviously, they basically, Ryan Poles made such a good move. Trading with the Carolina Panthers, getting DJ Moore and swapping their first clutch, and then getting Keenan Allen and trading him and not trading for a first, and also. Yeah, DJ Moore I think is pretty solid, and so is Keenan Allen. So they're pretty solid players. You got a pretty good running back in Foreman, I believe his name is. And I expect Caleb Williams, to maybe struggle, a bit, but I just feel like Caleb Williams might be pretty good. I think he's going to be absolutely solid, But then again, their defense, it can be good. At times, it can be good. But it's basically like, okay, they have an okay defense. But the thing that really worries me is about their offense. Really though, we'll see how it goes with the Bears. And you got the Packers who have, I mean, their names are not like pop up, like they are shining stars or anything, but Jaden Reed, you got Dontavian Wicks, Christian Watson, Josh Jacobs. It's kind of a bit of a downgrade, for running back for them, but Josh Jacobs, he can do something too as well. He can have some good games. Jordan Love, he's pretty good. Their offensive line, their defense, it's spotty, but they got a new defensive coordinator. I don't know how good he'll be, but even under the radar players, they can be pretty good. They can be pretty good. They almost beat the Niners in the division round. Thank God the 49ers beat them though. But the Packers though, under the radar, they might be pretty good still, but I don't know how they'll play. But then also the Detroit Lions, they still got the same players on offense and probably the same defense. Their defense, yes, the Detroit Lions defense is not that good. It's not that good at all. It was atrocious, last season and even the season before. And I haven't heard any news that there'll be a new defensive coordinator. Not that I've heard of. You can let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong about that, but the Lions offense though, that's what turns the engine on for the Detroit Lions. They have a very good explosive offense. They're aggressive, which which is how Dan Campbell is. He's aggressive. I mean, did the over-aggressiveness cost them the 49ers game? Sure. But, maybe to a certain extent, but, I mean, I thought the Detroit Lions offense is actually really good, so, but their defense, though, however, is a different story, so, I mean, their defense is a different story, so, I mean, but, I mean, the offense, they still got the same offensive play caller and Ben Johnson. I feel like the Lions are still going to play really, really well. I expect them to, but how do the Vikings really compare to this? I mean, this is why I said it's not going to be easy, because it feels like to me the minimum wins for the NFC North would be 8 or 9. It's going to be it's going to be absolutely a hard division for the Vikings, but I feel like they might still win it. I feel that they can still win it because they have Brian Flores. They have some good weapons on offense. They have J.J. McCarthy, who could be an absolute bloomer of a quarterback, but we'll see, though. And I feel like, though, I mean, and also, I also have a feeling that they might not be that good. They could either be really bad or really good. It could be either way. The only team besides the Vikings that I can see falling from grace or like false like bravado and hope is the Bears or the Packers. I could see them, having a losing season and a fall from grace, from the season and being last place. I could see that happening. I mean, the Lions? No, not really. I don't see the Lions doing that. But for all intents and purposes of the NFC North, it's absolutely stacked with talent and with, I mean, the Bears and Vikings, I mean, mostly have been loading up, but I feel like the Lions and Packers are still going to compete for that. But it's going to be a hard road for the Vikings, which is why I think the Vikings should still try and win it, because they have to earn it, and it would be absolutely nice for them to win. Obviously, it's always nice, but it would basically give Kevin O'Connell a chance, to basically, hey, this is a good team. All of these are good teams. The NFC North's stacked, so I feel like Kevin O'Connell should show that the Vikings are the better team in the NFC North. And that's what I think. My predictions, I feel like the Vikings are going to be in a close battle between the Lions and the Vikings. I feel like the Lions might be 11-6 and the Vikings 12-5. Maybe the Packers, I mean, they could be close, maybe 9-8 or 10-7. And maybe the Bears 10-7 as well. Maybe 9-8. But I feel like the Bears are still going to be tough, though. So those are my predictions. I have the Vikings first, Lions second, Packers third, Bears fourth. Those are my predictions. Let me know in the comment section below. And we'll be doing another podcast Thursday previewing the entire preseason, which they got Saturday against the Raiders. They got the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll see how the preseason goes. I am excited for Saturday. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, please do. Skull.